Hey class, today we're talking about families of functions, which is section 2-6, part 1 of your book. Today we're going to analyze transformations of functions. In example 1, we are asked how are the functions y equals x and y equals x minus 2 related? How are the graphs related? Create a table and a graph. Alright, so first of all, the graph y equals x is simple. We know that that's our parent linear function. But y equals x minus 2 is a little different in this sense. So let's go ahead and write this out. So if I choose some x values and I have y equals x minus 2 and then I have y. Alright, let's say I pick -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. We would have y equals, and in fact I can probably even get rid of that y equals. Just -2 minus 2 will give you -4. -1 minus 2 will give you -3. 0 minus 2 will give you -2. 1 minus 2 will give you -1. And 2 minus 2 will give you 0. Alright, so if I graph that, first of all, I want to graph my parent linear function. Okay, the parent linear function will always go through 0, 0, and it'll go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, or -1, -1, -2, -2, okay? And it should be a straight line. Okay, this line, however, my ordered pairs are -2, -4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then -1, -3, 0, -2, 1, -1, 2, 0. And it goes like this. What we should see is that, first of all, the equations are related because they're both linear. They're both linear. And the graphs are related in the sense that they have been, that the new graph, so the new equation, shifts the graph down 2 units. And that should kind of make sense to us because it's shifted down, right there, down 2 units. So this is example 1 continue. It says, so what is the graph y equals x squared translated up 4 units? And to be honest, to be able to graph this one, honestly, just to be able to move up, we talked about vertical and horizontal translations. So you will take your function, and if it says up 4, we'll put plus 4. So the equation would be y equals x squared plus 4. And then we would graph. Well, we need to create a table to be sure that we're right. So we have x, and then x squared plus 4, and then y. So that's -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So that would give us -2 squared plus 4, and that would give us 8, because -2 squared is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Then I have -1 squared plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 0 squared plus 4, that gives me 4. 1 squared plus 4, that gives me 5. And again, the other one should give me 8. So when I graph, we should have -2, 8. -1, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is about here. 0, 4, 1, 5, and 2, 8. And our graph should look something like that. And yes, this graph has been shifted up 4 units. So in our try, without having to actually do the graph or the table, it says, how are the functions y equals 2x and y equals 2x minus 3 related? So again, we notice first of all that they are both linear and they should be the same because they have the same slope, yet they have different y-intercepts. So this y-intercept, what it does to this graph is that it moves it down 3 units. Down 3 units. Okay, and then the next one, it says, what is the graph translated up to? So I'll take my same function If I translate it up 2 units to this one, I would get y equals 3x plus 2. And we could prove that by simply drawing a graph. Okay, so there is no example 2 on the video, but I do have an example 2. It's talking about a plane that has been shifted and is scheduled to depart at noon, but it's going to leave late by 2 hours. So if we think about a regular single axis, and if we assume that, for example, this is on time, so let's say 0 is on time, and then we think that something is now late by 2 hours. Late by 2 hours would push it this way, right? If we're thinking about an actual object, this is our object. Our object is now not going to be on time, but it's now going to be late by 2 hours. What I need for you to imagine is now this function is not f of x, but is now f of x plus the 2 hours, because this is positive 2 because I went into the positive direction. Okay, so with this one, and that's letting you now talk about horizontal translations, by the way. And so on try 2, it says suppose the flight leaves 30 minutes early. So 30 minutes early. So if I leave 30 minutes early, which is about here, 30 minutes early, I'm no longer at 0. I'm in my negatives. Now 30 minutes, when we were talking about hours, is now a half hour. So now that is negative a half hour. So now our new function is f of x minus 1/2, or f of x minus 0.5. And guys, that's it. If you need help, come see me for tutoring.